Non-technical startup founders often wonder, what if I could learn to code? Maybe I could be able to do everything by myself, to save tons of money on software development. In fact, after many years of experience, I can tell you that unless you are young and really want to become a software engineer, I do not believe that it's a good idea to learn how to code just for the sake of launching a startup. Actually, in today's episode, I will explain you why you should not learn how to code and what you should do and learn instead to build a digital product. Hi, I'm Amaury, founder and CEO at My CTO Frame, where founders come to learn how to build their tech startup. And with this Startup Snack series, available on both podcast and YouTube, we want to share the essential to make it easier for you to build your tech startup. And during the past few years, I've seen countless of startup founders wasting tons of time and money. Some invested all their savings in their product development with often the wrong positioning and expensive technologies. And others subscribed to coding school just to learn to code their product. Unfortunately, I would say that 9 non-technical founders over 10 moved towards the wrong direction. So first, why is it a bad idea to learn how to code? It's simply because there are many languages, hundreds of what we call frameworks. Frameworks are methodologies to code in a specific languages. And then there are also millions of API services and existing solutions that we can reuse to build our product, or at least to build the MVP, the minimum viable product of what we want to create. So most of the time, non-technical founders who join a coding school won't be able to really code after 6 months or even 1 year. I mean, they will be able to do a couple of things, but not coding an entire application or an entire platform, and not with the quality they are expecting. You know, it takes many years to become a good software engineer. And you can think that, yeah, but maybe I don't need to be very good. I just need to code my thing, my platform, my application. Well, in fact, it's entirely related. Let me draw the thing. With a junior could take maybe 100 days to code a platform, a said platform. Maybe a senior developer might take just 10 days to code exactly the same platform, but with a better quality. And if you work with an experienced startup CTO, you might find solutions that can be maybe used after 1 or 2 days of work, just by reusing something already existing. So what's the point of learning how to code, to spend almost half of the year to develop a low quality product when you can use someone else's solutions to prototype? I am not saying that it's useless to code. I am saying that it's useless to code something if it already exists, a solution to test your market. So coming back to what I shared in a previous episode, there are actually 4 ways to avoid real coding, 4 ways to reuse existing solutions. The first one is to use SaaS platforms, where you're going to rent things, pay on monthly basis a solution. The second one is to use open source solutions. The third one is to use app templates. And the last one is to use no-code solutions, which most of the time, among those 4, you will be able to find one solution that will do the job, at least for the first version of your product. So that being said, now what do you need to learn and to do? First, like Abraham Lincoln said one day, he said, if I had 6 hours to chop down a tree, I would spend the first 4 hours sharpening my axe. So let's sharpen the axe. Build a community on your market by providing related knowledge. It's not building the product yet, it's just getting knowledge from your community, from your targeted audience. Of course, you're going to share knowledge that are sick by your main target, by your main persona. For example, if you want to build an Airbnb website, you would create maybe a traveler blog so that you will attract potential clients for your future functions, the future features of your application. Secondly, research like crazy existing solution, like if your life were depending on it. There is for sure something that you can reuse. And you will be able to save weeks, if it's not months or years of development, by just finding it. So it's really essential to spend the required time. It's like the market analysis. Do the market analysis of what exists already, what technology exists that you can reuse. Then once you found it, you found something, research the right provider, the right expert on that technology. The person that will be very experienced and that will be able to set it up just in maybe a few hours or few days. And last, of course, you have to select that person among the marketplace. I don't know, if you go on Upwork as example or wherever on the web, you can find some people that are experienced on that technology. And sometimes, if you use like as example, no-code technologies, you can find on the no-code technology the agencies that are experienced with that technology. That can be also another option. And next, now you might wonder, okay, but what do I really need to learn if I delegate everything? Well, you have tons of things to learn and tons of things that you will learn along the way. And the safest way is, of course, to have a very experienced startup CTO or mentor to look after all the decision, the technical decision you make. Basically, you will need to learn. First, product management, to organize your idea, to prioritize your idea, and to know how to evaluate the cost of each idea so that you can create a product with a real value proposition that people are willing to pay for. Next, you need to learn how to manage developers. And you also need to learn, surprising skills, how to use business intelligence tools. You know, it's useless to learn how to code, but it's very, very, very useful to learn how to manage your data. Tools like Data Studio from Google, Metabase, Tableau.com, and there are countless others. These type of tools will help you understand your data, to manipulate your customers' information like in an Excel spreadsheets in some way. So with this, you know, data is king, and you know, I don't know actually any successful startup entrepreneur who don't have a dashboard somewhere of its data, of the trend that it's following, and to understand exactly what's going on behind the screen of its application or its platform. Because when we make a decision, a strategic decision, it has to be based on fact, not only on intuition. Intuition is really good, especially as a founder, as an entrepreneur, but it's really powerful only if we have fact. Otherwise, it's pure luck. So in conclusion, as a startup founder, you need to learn how to code. You do not need to learn how to code. Sorry. You do not need to learn how to code. What you need is to understand how to be a good manager, how to learn product management, and to make good decisions for your business. You also need to understand and to learn how to use business intelligence tools. So if you were about to launch the development of your startup, be sure that you've analyzed all the possibilities before investing in a costly product development. If you enjoy learning with us and want to see more, consider subscribing. Help us spread the word by hitting the like button. And if you have any question, of course, you can suggest or comment down below on the comment section. I will see you on our website.